Alright, this is going to be the final installment on the breech inserts for HW rifles. I also do this on Firearm Bow 124s on the real early models. I can't remember the exact serial number range, but some of the extremely early ones did not have a steel shim on the left side of the breech. And on those I can do the same thing. I just got a different pilot on the cutter. But anyway, this is going to wrap it up. I lost about 25-30% of the footage. The camera started zooming in on me, and I'll still include some of the video footage that I shot because I was done making all the shims by the time I got done shooting it, so I'll leave that in so you can still see me making it. But anyway, hope you find this useful, hope you find it interesting, and I hope you check back later. Have a good one. Alright, I just want to show this real quick. This is off a older HW rifle, and this, you can see I was already removing the bluing on this. It was going to get re-blued, and I've already countersunk on the side of this one. I don't know if that's going to focus or not. I'm trying to get it right there. But if you look at the sides of this, you can see it's like after I put it on a belt sander to try and clean up the side, you see where there's low spots. On these real early breeches, they weren't perfectly flat on the side. They were all hand fitted. A lot, because you're polishing freehand on a lot of this stuff, you'll wind up with it, with valleys in the center of it. And if you look on a lot of used rifles, there'll be rub marks. Even with the shims in place, you'll see little bitty rub marks here on the back side of the breech. That's because you've got, anywhere from a 3 to 4 thousandths dip right in the center, right in here where the shim goes, and they'll be high out here, so it'll rub on the inside of the forks. Anyway, it's one of the things that you run into. Also, I'm going to show a couple of pictures right here, and this is the side of the breech, and if you look right here on the wear patterns on the side of it and everything, you can see the same thing I was talking about. Because things were polished off by hand on the side, you get an uneven finish. On all the newer rifles, for about the last 5 years, 5-6 years, they all look to be surface ground on the side, and they're perfectly flat. You don't run into issues like this on the newer barrels, but on some of the older ones you did. But because it's not perfectly flat right here on the side of the breech and everything, what'll happen is the high spot will have a tendency to wear faster, and that's why you get this galling on the side of the breech. And I've thrown a couple of pictures in here to show you what I'm talking about. Anyway, that's just one of the reasons that you had to come in and do this countersinking in the past was, the surface not being perfectly even, and you just have a few issues from it. Anyway. Just gonna run up and bump it and lock it. Oh, let's see here. Zeroed out the knee, and I'm coming up with the knee. I'm going to come up 40 thousandths. second. What that does right there is it puts the lubrication grooves. Let's slow it down so I can. Okay, when I was putting the inserts in, I was putting 40 thousandths recesses, and you need 5 thousandths protrusion past the breech. So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot for 45, but we want to air slightly above, I hand fit these. The breech can vary a little bit from gun to gun. They're pretty consistent. They're usually around 700, 705 in the forks, and the breech is, you know, within 5 or 10 thousandths. So you usually have right at 10 thousandths clearance, and the factory shims are about 5,000. So what I do is make sure I'm zeroed here, and like I said, I'm going to do any final fitting after I'm done. So I'll typically err about 2.5 thousandths bigger than what I want. You know, 45 is the minimum. So I've checked this against a granite plate, lap the bottom of it, so I know it's, you know, when I'm reading 0 on this, it's dead on 0 on that. And what I do is I just kind of set it on the edge of the blade, keep it straight, because if you don't, I can see it kick off. I know I'm right where I need to be. I don't know if it's going to be short enough. Yep. Like I said, with 954, it's got to be extremely sharp or it won't cut. Okay, we're actually bang on 45. Gotta work fine. Bang on 45, that's exactly what I wanted. And oh, here's one. Just rotate until it feels slick. You'll know when it's cutting, anything that's setting up. I always put the groove side towards the breech. It'll hold lubrication. And anyway, one down. Anyway, this is what you wind up with. I haven't actually got the pivot bolt on this tight. I can actually run it in a little bit more. See, it's yeah, I've not got it snugged up, and I'm just showing that basically to make a point. This barrel will stay wherever you leave it. It's like those, basically when you get the bronze shims installed, that pretensions it. And you can see that it's, you know, it's perfectly even. There's no, you know, if the breech holes were countersunk at an angle, you would have one tight spot and a loose spot. But anyway, they're perfectly lined up. I've also got that. This is an older R9, and it's got the a button, the cocking lever to keep it from rattling. I don't know if you can see that or not, but anyway, that's adding the breech inserts. This one's got a 22 millimeter OD shroud that I'm adding, and I'm going to see if I can get this to the end of the shroud is threaded. It's a 3/4 ID, and I think 32 line per inch, not 32 line per inch, but 32 threads per inch. I got checkering on the brain, I say lines per inch, but 32 threads per inch. I've still got to make an insert to go into the end of it. To probably gonna make it out of stainless. This guy had stainless setback trigger already in the rifle, but anyway, that'll pretty much do it. Thanks for watching.